Sometimes I can't help the feeling that I'm living a life of illusion. And oh, why can't I let it be and see through this hole in this wall of confusion? I just can't feel enough of illusion. Pow, right between the eyes. Oh, how nature loves her little surprises. Wow, it all seems so logical now. It's just one of her bad disguises. And it comes with no warning. Nature loves her little surprises. Continual crisis. Hey, don't you know it's a waste of your day? Caught up in endless solutions that have no meaning. Just another hunch based upon jumping conclusions. Caught up in endless solutions. Backed in against a wall of confusion. That's not very, it doesn't have a whole lot of lyrics to it. It's got a big old solo in the center of it. My favorite one of his is Things. That's my most favorite song of his. Let's see if I can... I think it's on the There Goes the Neighborhood album. It's the first song. I like to take things one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. I like to think things will all work out fine, and follow along behind those one-act playthings can give you a thrill. Yes, it depends on the actor. Dreams can come true, but some things never will. As a matter of fact, those things are driving me crazy. Those things are keeping me sane. I like to take things and make a design. Keep a low profile. Oh, and I like to take things and put them to rhyme. Like those things that are confusing, and the things that seem so clear, and the things that seem so far away, and yet they seem so near. There are some things I have lost, and a few things I have found. Well, it's so hard to keep a track of things. There are so many. Oh, I have to wash my thumb. There's so many around, there's so many around. And there are things we all have to look for, and a few we never find. We all have things in common. You got your thing, I've got mine. And some things they just happen, and some things you can plan. And some of those things you just can't help, but some of them you can. Oh, some of them they can. No. As a matter of fact, those things are driving me crazy. Those things are keeping me sane. Some things, and then it says, some things turn out. Some of those things turn out all wrong. Some of them turn out right. Some things don't turn out, but they might. There are things that come too soon, and some things that come too late. It's the best thing to come early, so you have some time to wait. Oh, you have some time to wait. Well, it's hard to talk with words. There's some things you can't say. And it's best to leave some things alone in case they go away. You can share some things with friends. There's some things we've all been through. Well, it's things like this and things like that. And how are things with you? Oh, how do you do? You can hang things on your wall. You can leave your things around. You can mark some things 2001 and put them in the ground. Then maybe later on we'll dig them up, and some say, and ooh and ah, and how about that? Who knows what things they'll say? You know, it's a really funny song. That's the thing about Joe Walsh. He the reason why he's such a nice guy is he's non-confrontational. I would say that he's everybody's friend, and you need the comedian in the band, and he's the comedian. Journey's got a comedian in their band. That's what kept them kept their morale, and that was their. I think it was their bassist. Their bassist was the guy who's the comedian. I saw that in a documentary about Journey, and it said he's the guy that just keeps everybody happy. In Beatles, it was Ringo. Had to be Ringo. He's the guy that had the perspective that nobody else had, and had a different perspective. The mediator, the comic mediator, the guy that nobody could really pick on because he was the comic and the philosopher, I once heard him on a radio broadcast in Texas. Well, I'm in Texas, but I can even remember when I was listening to him. We were driving home, and we went off on, we took the road that I think is the pipe. I forgot what it is. It's pipeline or something. Took pipeline, and there was a Vips or a Kips Big Boy there. In New Mexico, it's called Vips Big Boy, which is a big boy with a hamburger right there on the corner, and then there was later on there's a Whataburger. But we were turning there and listening to Joe Walsh on the radio saying, you hear this chord right here, this chord progression, that gets all the girls, and everybody was laughing, because he was talking, You do this one, right, that gets all the girls, So, but that was a song. I was when I heard that song. It was after my parents got divorced, and I was living in Carrollton, Texas, and we were living in an apartment, and all I had was my stereo, and that song, and among others, like Baker Street and all those songs that came out after 77, 78 in that area, those are the ones that kept me. It was like 79, 78, 79. It was about the time we ended up living in Texas, and those are the songs that kind of kept my morale. And so, Joe Walsh, wherever you are, thank you very much.